liga?
Okay.
What is the name of the sir?
Effect of
It's Walid
exercise.
Mughal.
Effect of
Let me see if I
exercise.
can
Se calhar é melhor tirar o som assim.
is
One more. We started the meeting, and we start with the Professor Walid Mughal with Pakistan, and we talk about the training and maximum oxygen uptake. Maybe this conference we intend we can translate for the adolescents, for the older adults. Muito boa tarde, voltamos aos trabalhos, agora com o professor Abdul Mughal, vindo do Paquistão, e é um prazer tê-lo aqui na nossa cidade de Viçosa e na nossa Universidade de Évora, para falar sobre o volume de oxigênio máximo, neste caso com uma transferência entre aquilo que é a adolescência e até a idade adulta. Muchas gracias por venir y por venir desde Pakistán, el profesor Abdul Mughal, que nos va a hablar en su comunicación de la VO2 Max en una transferencia desde la adolescencia hasta la edad más adulta. Así que muchas gracias por todo y es suya la palabra. It's your the word. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. First of all, definitely, this was a common question. The conferences for the elders, and you have brought some presentation of the adult, the adolescent people. Why? So this is what the issue in Pakistan. The elderly people, they don't. I mean, they are not interested at all. I just quoted one of the examples yesterday. So I went to a very renowned hospital in Pakistan. I requested the doctor that I offer my services voluntarily, and if you can give me some of your patients, those who have problem of dementia and postural problem and diabetes problem, so I can take care of. So he said, no, people, they don't believe that. Okay, people believe the medical doctor, yes, but not the people like us. So it would take long time to make them believe that we are the one who should be protected, and we can give them really the medicine, a physical medicine rather than the pharmaceutical medicine. So thank you very much. So this is why, and why we have gone through this sort of the adolescent people. There is a small story behind that. We approached the teachers of different schools to be part of this research, this study. So they declined. They said, no, I don't have the time. So many different excuses were there. So then what happened? And somebody was reluctant and shy even. So they were more shy rather than having the time. So I then opted to go for the adolescent guys. They were the students of the same schools, and I invited the teachers and asked them to see the exercise protocol every week. So they were there, they witnessed that. earlier it was said that in Pakistan, the majority of the population, about 60% or 58% of the young guy, from 16, 18 to say about 40, 45. So it's a huge population. So we're our targeted population. So I decided to target the young population as well. So this is sort of a view to max study. And my name is this. I'm working in one of the university. This university is in one of the province. Dr. Anita has gone there for twice and thrice. She was a special guest of the government. Stayed there for a couple of times, a couple of days there. So I consider myself the oldest man in the hall. Did my PhD from Germany, Leipzig, way back in 1994. Writer of the book, more than 50 books on sports and sports sciences. So associated with the university for the last 20 years. So next slide, please. So this general is saying that circuit training is a circuit training has become the highly regarded workout that involves different exercises of the body exercises and with a little recovery or active recovery. It provides comprehensive full body workout allowing the individual to build the strength, endurance, agility, and muscular strength as well. So next slide, please. So actually the study was to measure the VO2 max. So cardiovascular fitness and endurance capacity reflecting the minimum ability or maximum ability of the consumer oxygen during the intense exercises. So naturally, oh, sorry, thank you. So thank you very much. When you stand here, everything is forgotten. Always look at the people, how they react. Are they happy? And so it serves as a gold standard assessing the respiratory fitness. So one see that respiratory fitness is somehow to me is a foundation of all the capabilities of the fitness qualities. And it is particularly important to long distance running and the cycling. I do agree with this, but I add this, that this is the foundation training that gives you the foundation for building a block for other motor abilities. Next slide, please. So these are some of the objective, as usual, and all the studies are comparing the pre and post test of the control group, definitely comparing the pre and post test for experimental group, and then analyze the impact of circuit training on the maximum uptake on the male adolescents. Next slide, please. So these are significance. Definitely improved VO2 max. What does it mean? It means that enhance endurance, better physical performance, and reduce risk of lifestyle-related diseases. So it's comprehensive thing. It's not only you are building improving the quality or the fitness level, endurance and strength, but it gives you really, it protects you from the diseases as well. Since morning and yesterday and the day before yesterday, we have been, everybody's educating that the exercise, any sort of exercises can not only gives you the different capabilities, but also protect you from the diseases as well. So additionally, the research may contribute to the deeper understanding of the physiological impact of circuit training, encouraging further studies such as female and elderly people. See, so now this study can really boost the people and convince the people of female as well. And so, as I earlier mentioned, some of the very renowned scholars and scientists, they visited Pakistan, and there's really a great concern in the problem that elderly people they don't participate into common exercises. You would believe, Dr. Nath, my wife is suffering different diseases, yeah. His doctor said, you do some exercise. Me, I'm the expert for the whole of the world. Go there and preach people to go for the exercise. But my wife doesn't believe me. He said, the doctor said this. So, but you know, it's very difficult convincing the people. So that's why all the time I've been asking you people how you really motivate the people to come forward and participate into it. Let me give you one example. Once I was punished. Once I was punished during my government job. They sent me, oh, you are the fitness expert. You go there in the park and guide them how they exercise. So I put a table, a computer, my table, and I hired 10 different coaches. We stayed there for 1 month. So then everybody was, you know, I was just entering the name and calculating the computer. What does they do that? What should be the exercise? So in 1 month, I hardly could convince them because they said, oh no, that's simple. Like one lady, she was walking like this. I stopped her. I said, look, I give you one small piece of advice. There's a problem with your leg. It is shorter than the other one. You better put something in your shoe. Monica, your shoe. You change the shoe. And this. So you can get rid of this problem. Just adding some cushion in the shoe, and this can really make you a balance in both the feet. Okay. So this is really for the female as well and elderly people. Definitely. The same rule would be applied to the elderly people. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Thank you very much. So, as usual, this is total number of the subjects were 24, 12 were experimental group, and the other one was the control group. And they undergone different exercises. The exercises 40 minutes each day, 5 days a week, and 12 weeks total. So they undergone the circuit training exercises. And then the control group, as usual, they did not participate in the circuit training. But they usually whatever they normally in their normal life, whatever that their activities, they perform that activities as well. Next slide, please. Thank you. See, these are some of the basic exercises. I've seen some of the literature and took some of the information. What sort of activities should be? So since 40, 50 years back, I am convinced that the circuit training is one of the best way of motivating people and engaging the youth or the elderly people. Because in a circle where everybody's together, they look at each other and they move on performing the exercise and keep on moving one left to right or right to left. And then they are motivated already. Now this is the best way, even for the children as well, of 9, 8, 7, 6. So you just put them, what we used to put a picture in front of the circle, and they were used to perform the activity. Now there's 2 parts of activities. One part is the first 6 week, and the second part, if you see here, this is the first exercise of the first week, first 6 weeks, they would perform the first exercise, the upper one. And then the second half of the 6 week, they would perform the second half of the, like see, this is the calf raising, and then the second one, so one by one, you know better that this is just a circle, taking a round, you can walk to the left or you can walk from the right, You can control with a whistle, you can control with a clap, you can control with your, well, anything. So controlling that, once you finish that exercise, the timing here is 1 minute. I consider this as little longer time, but since the boys were very interested to perform the activity for a longer time, so you can make it a 30 second as well. So there's no problem. This was 1 minute, so all will simultaneously perform the exercises for 1 minute. Then they move on right or left with a whistle, with a clap, or with any action or the direction of the teacher. So they will perform the distance between the one and this other. Maybe they are 5 feet, 6 feet. So this is just they will move on the right slowly, and then they will stand there with a whistle. They will start again, and the teacher or the coach will count the time. So then, of course, they will move on. When they complete the 6 exercises totally, then they go for the rest for 1 minute or maybe the 2 minutes. So this is all we suggested that they would go, since it's 1 minute is a little longer time. So that means continuously 6 minutes performing the exercises, and these exercises are really a little tough exercises. So then we gave them the 2 minute rest in between. So there were 5 set different. So it's another thing that is really that has to be clarified, that it is compulsory rather than here the exercises, this part of the body is exercising. The second one, the other exercise, the other part of the body, the other muscles are involved. Then they see here the muscle, which muscle? So there's a hand muscle. Then again you can see the other body part muscle, and say, in one set of exercises, choosing the exercises, from upper to lower you go. Either you can go for the strength, you can include the strength exercise, you can include the aerobic exercise, you can include the flexibility exercise, you can even include the sprint exercises with the skipping ropes and running on the spot, that sort of. So that circle will have different outcome of that, and it depends on what sort of activities you are recommending for the boys or girls or the elderly people, and the outcome you would have similar outcome. The next slide, please. Can you go back? See here the sets. As I earlier mentioned, this set 5 sets of each. So that means slowly going through the 6 sets and timing is there. So you can make, the first week was the 5th, we remained on the same set of, in the next 6 weeks you can even increase the sets, number of sets as well. The next please. And let me tell you, this is all trial and error basis. Students, unfortunately, we have not sufficient data in Pakistan representing, giving the indication of knowledge for different, on these particular things, because look at me, I'm the first ever PhD in the sports sciences in my country. And till now, if you talk about 10 years back, there were only 4 people PhD in Pakistan. So they were, no one was interested. This field was considered to be a backbenchers field. No, Lola, it's all joint efforts of, our European partners and other friends. They educated people are now in 10 to 12 universities. They have started their master's program, undergraduate program, and PhD program as well. So this is again the same. We clarified that which are the different exercises, and here you can see the muscles, which muscle is really involved, upper and lower. So both muscle, whenever one is selecting the exercise, it is recommended that the different body parts, muscle exercises should be included one after the other, upper, then the lower, and then the middle part of the body. Next slide, please. So this was a test to evaluate, to to assess the oxygen uptake. See here the copper test, known as a 10-minute test as well. So purpose is to test the aerobic fitness, estimated VO2 max or maximum oxygen consumption. We use this test for research for a study. It's normally you mark a starting line. Normally it is very it's appropriate to use the 400-meter track with a good surface. But in the school we used a normal school ground, and that was marked with a distance as well, 400-meter distance. They started from one place. The stopwatch with the help of stopwatch, one would start the running, and they would stop when the time is over. So then one can measure the distance. And this formula, with the formula stopwatch after 20 minutes was stopped, the total distance subjects were recorded. And then see the formula, this is the formula through which, it's a national international formula, through which you can have an easy way to evaluate or to assess the VO2 max capacity. The next slide, please. The next slide, please. This is the hypothesis we created some of the question hypothesis, and this shows there's no mean difference between the pre and the post test of control group. I don't know. I've been posing this question to the many experts of the world level. I said, control group is doing nothing, and the other group is performing the activities. So it is definite that the control group will have no significant change because it's normal life there. So of course here as well, test sample size was 12. This was the difference, 25.5. Then see 25.07, and this is the p-value. It's not significant at all. So for the this is all this is clarified through the result that there's no significant difference between pre and the post test as usual. Thank you. Next slide, please. So this is there is significant mean difference between the pre-test and the post-test of the control group. Participant, again, the same participant, same environment, same school, same person who were managing this all test, and this is here for the alternate hypothesis. It was paired sample t-test was used to determine if there's any statistically significant mean difference between the pre and the post score of the experimental group. So yes, we did find that. You can see here the mean of 25.04, and this is the after the post pre post test. So this see here the value, and this shows that it's a significant mean that shows the significant mean differences there. Next slide, please. So now the impact. So now this was here we were able to note the positive association between the circuit training and the maximum oxygen uptake. And these are the results that shows there's a correlation of both for the alternate hypothesis. This is you use Pearson correlation coefficient to determine the association between circuit training and maximum uptake. So the results show, these are the results which really indicate that really yes, it was a significant difference and that the impact was there. The next slide, please. So results summary is, you can see that it is almost the same. The p-values there that would indicate the first the slide that shows the no difference between 25.05 and then 25.0. This already has been explained that There's no difference of pre, post of the control group. No wonder at all. Then the second one was really, it is, of course, there's a difference, statistical difference of the mean. They see 2504 and then 32.45 is here, is p-value indicates that there was significantly difference was there. And the results also reveal a strong positive correlation. Strong positive correlation between circuit training and VO2 max, key value of 0, 0. So regression analysis confirmed that circuit training has a statistically significant positive effect on VO2 max in the experimental group supporting the alternate hypothesis. So this has really they supported the other hypothesis as well. So next slide, please. So these are some of the studies gone through the different studies world over. So they supported our study. One study is here. This is Butchard and Shepard, 2018, explore fitness and health models reporting the significant change in VO2 max level C, the control group. Similar is our case. 25, R was 25.5 and then it was 25.7. So similar here. The same result, 28.5 and 28.7. So this study also support our finding what happens in our study. It's similar to that. And then somewhat similar to our findings. Almost similar. So this study, of course, hardly 4 or 5 years back. The next slide, please. Next slide, yeah. I'm not seeing the contrast, the supportive studies that were in contrast to experimental groups. So the second one, this has really a significant improvement in VO2 max. The pre-test mean was this, and then of course the 32. Yeah, almost similar. I thought we have taken the figure from the previous study. It's almost the same, almost. It's 32, and we were this was our study, and definitely this is significant change or the improvement of the experimental group. Butcher and Shepard, whatever, this again also highlighted significant improvement in this, and this is their studies. See, almost similar, almost closer to each other. That indicates that this study also support our findings. Yes. The next, please. The conclusion of the study. Yeah. On the basis of research concluding that doing the circuit training 5 days a week can greatly improve oxygen. You know, why 5 days a week? It's an alternate days, but one day, after the school time. At the school time, you don't get the time from them because they have everywhere in the world they have an academic burden. So 40 minutes for them in the evening was quite a good time for the 5 days a week. So regular circuit training helps the heart to pump more blood and the lungs to take more oxygen, meet the body energy needs during the exercise. So it's not only during the exercise, but you're walking, you're climbing, you're going on the upstairs, even in the building. So everywhere you need the oxygen. The more you oxygen have, better quality oxygen, then definitely you would be, your day-to-day working will be easy at all, and definitely that will have a positive impact on your lifestyle. Regular circuit training helps the heart to pump more blood and the lungs more. So that is for adolescents, age 16 to 19, a well-planned circuit training program can boost the efficiency of the heart, lungs, and helping them to make use of oxygen. See, this area, it doesn't mean that this can only boost them, but this could be an example for different schools, different colleges. I this could make an example that, look, let's see, in our previous study, we had a study in where the capital of Pakistan is Islamabad. The girls and the boys, they're obese boys and girls. They have hypertension, they were having different lifestyle problems, diseases. So, adult being at the younger age, this could be one of the interesting sort of plan for the younger, to help them to have a better lifestyle and give them a chance to get rid of the diseases as well, in addition to boosting their lungs and the cardiovascular fitness. The next slide, please. Recommendation. See, always we recommend different things, and this is one of the, if this is proved that, and international findings, international research also support our findings, and definitely we would love to have this, we should encourage the adolescents for this circuit training at the national level. I know, I was going through the literature, the Americans and the German, their fitness level was compared in 50s. So they came to conclusion that the German was much better than the Americans' fitness of 10 years age or 8 years age. So what happened? There was at the presidential level, it was a circular for morning exercises and all that. So whenever when the problem is greater, when the fitness when somebody realizes that yes, this is our problem. It's not a one man, it's a whole nation's problem, all adult problem. So in Pakistan we have, you have seen some of the slides, the majority of the boys and girls have problem with the health problem, and they go for medication, pills, doctors. So yeah, they're minting money, but so if they use this and the sense prevails, and then definitely they would follow the sort of training as well. Sports organization, health clubs should be structured study program as well. Fitness program should be tailored to the age and fitness level, ensuring that exercises are safe and effective. This group of experts can prepare a program for different age groups, different capabilities, different exercises, and then that would be a really service to the nation as well. The next slide, please. Educational institution is the best place where we can really initiate this sort of program in our and then parents should be. See, what we did, we invited the parents and the teachers to see that and to monitor that and to take a look at that. It's an interesting sort of, not get shy from different people. So parents should be for benefit of the circuit training and children health, encourage them to support consistent physical activity. Unless and until parents are educated, parents are convinced. If you tell them, we used to have earlier days, 30 years back, we used to have physico-medical test. That test has to be carried out in right when the children, any child come into the school or the institution. So that physico-medical test can indicate what type of abilities he has, for the type of problems. So you can find many people, students, they are suffering with a different problem. Then you can send this report to the parents, and the parents would say, oh yes, then you can take this. And then they realize that academic sessions are not only it's a solution, but the physical activities are also the need of the heart that can save their child's future as well. So one last example, I was in one of the, I served in one of the highest institution in Pakistan called Pakistan Sports Board that governs the sports in the country. So one of the minister's nephew was handed over to me. He said, I mean, he's the man to make some fitness exercise for him. He was a little bulky. So I was sitting on the chair, having chat with my friends. I just asked him, go there and touch the hand of that wall and come back. I sent him all. On the halfway, he fell down. And he was like this. I rushed to him, I said, yeah, oh my God, save me today. Because what happened? He was sent to the hospital having hypertension and different diseases. So this is what it is needed. The physico-medical test should be introduced in the early days of the school. So parents, and this next slide, please. Next slide is thank you very much. Well, thank you. This time of the question, I would appreciate if you have any question.
Dear Mullah, thank you for your presentation. And the work is totally interesting. And I think you make one transfer for the nursing home cares and elderly people. Any question in the room, please? One, Ulrich.
Thank you. So first of all, thank you for your presentation. I was just wondering in one slide. So you did a correlation, a Pearson correlation between the VO2 max, yes, of the group which you studied, and circuit training. And I just wondered what exactly parameters were you used for the circuit training? Was it the performance of the athletes? And if yes, how did you assess it?
Thank you. See, in the slide, I've shown you the 12-minute run was one of the indicators that would give you the level of achievement, the performance. So that was the indicator that made us to compare that and come to the conclusion.
The 12-minute Cooper test was correlated
Yeah.
to VO2 max.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Then I misunderstood the circuit training.
One more question? No? I think it's important, this work, because the VA2 max is important for increase the endurance capacity, the resistance capacity. But if we talk about the oxygen and the saturation of oxygen in the muscular transfer, it's a different thing. And in few moments we have a good capacity of VO2 max, but in the cellular or the muscular translations or change, you see differences in the percent of saturation oxygen. Maybe in the adolescents it's good in how the functions are good, but when you translate for the older people, maybe you need a little attention to apply volume and intensities, because you intend work in one thing, but you need work other thing.
That's right. That's right. I appreciate you. These are, see, once we have initiated this project, it's definitely in future when we and definitely for elderly people, you have different protocol as well. You have different exercise as well. And like I said, it's a 1 minute. For the elderly people, it could not be, I mean, they could not resist for the longer time. Maybe it has to be work and start with a 15-second and then the 30-second. And by when you develop your oxygen intake, definitely the whole body will benefit from that oxygen as well. So thank you very much. And certainly if you involve the athlete, definitely they have the different abilities to absorb that
It's
oxygen.
an adaptation.
Yeah, absorb.
One more question.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's I would say it's a response to what you said. So I agree with you. So you have the VO2 max, that's the overall capacity. But then at the cellular level, you have the AVO2 difference. So that's like, how much of the blood is coming, how much of the oxygen is taken up by the cell, and how much of the oxygen is given back to the circulation. So the AVO2 difference usually is 6 ml per 100 ml of the blood. But if you increase the VO2 max of the person, so the capacity of the respiratory, that enhances.
More
Yeah,
oxygen.
that provides more.
Yes, yes, but I working with the persons, with the people with fibromyalgia, and I work with people, old people with fibromyalgia, and many times the medical, the doctor say increase the endurance capacity with the VO2 max. But the person have 1% of saturation of oxygen, about 14%, and not have the capacity for increase that one. And you need work progressive and with exercise adapted for this person.
Yes.
But all you say now, it's true.
Yeah, so like for older person, what you do is like, you enhance the amount of the exercise activity. It's like for quite longer time. So if for younger, if you're getting the results in 3 months, you will not be getting it in 3 months for the older population. Then you might be getting it in 6 months or 7 months later.
Yes, I think that exercise, it's a continuous for the process, for the work with Pablo Barata. And we say,
But the heart is strong.
Yes.
It pumps more blood. So this is what it is. So thank you very, very much. Thank you for your patience. God bless you.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Thank you for your actions, and thank you for coming to us, and God bless you too. And now we continue for the next presentation. I think from Egypt, no? And I think it's Anita to moderate the table, please. And Professor Khaled from Egypt.
Good afternoon. We continue immediately. I like to introduce to you Khaled Abdelkarim. He comes from the University of Asyut. Asyut is located on the River Nile between Cairo and Aswan, or close to Luxor. It's a beautiful area, and he educated a lot of German students in diving. And this is also his specialty. And I think also today he will speak about multi-intensity underwater exercise. Enjoy, Khaled.
Thank you very much, Anita, for this presentation. Hello, hola. Right. Today I will present something. It's a small idea, and I will give back, present what is the important state of the art of the last 3 years about my small project is underwater exercise for anti-aging water years from 2024 to 2022, most important scientific in the world during Google Scholar websites or with etc. website and internet electronic search about what is the water sports disciplinary research for and Parkinson's disease, neurologic disease, or the chronic disease, what the small training for water sports for falling, or the immunology, wearable technology, and another field is physical therapy. It was 274 research that I can collect it during this last 3 years. Before we start, we want to make a small point to we began for Parkinson's disease. So, for example, it was 9 research speak about the benefits for aquatic or hydrotherapeutic or water exercise for Parkinson's disease. So, for example, we speak about Brazilian dancing, especially in deep water, aquatic exercise. This is a recommended things from World Health Organization. Anti-gravity treadmill in rehabilitation, whole body vibration, aquatic exercise and improvement in lower extremity motor function, or rehabilitation program in thermal water. Okay. What's inside? Or multi-component aquatic SMAT, MAT, Watso therapy, improve the quality of sleep and the quality of life. This is important for Parkinson's disease treatment. Or some research interested from the global pachymetric analysis for the diseases. Overall, from illness, one illness, we can introduce the interventions, the collection for interventions during researchers, what's the kind of tests they use it, and how many samples can use it, and water degree, or how many training per week or per minute for patients or for sample, and the main result state here. This is from, for example, from Parkinson's disease, from the sample, it's beginning from 14 to 100 patients, and water degree was the minimum 32 to 36 degree overall, or the average week between 4 and 12 weeks to from 30 minutes to 50 minutes exercises. And you know the result for improvement, all things for the Parkinson's disease, and they protect them from falling or from moving correctly. Osteoarthritis for elderly was 30 study, and from 2022, this is a best things. This is a neuromuscular training using water pipe program. This is the all interventions method for the last 3 years. Major tests of dynamic balanced outcome, especially for lower limb, and the SRT tested, counting backward. This is a major tested during this intervention method. The sample was minimum 31 patient to 12,735. Aquatic sport, aquatic therapy play good role for this kind of illness, especially after 8 weeks training. Cardiovascular development is what 31 research. Physical fitness, 15. Physical therapy was 21, and some research from China and from Iran. In this case, we can see some Arabic alphabet or some Chinese alphabet during presentation, and another research from our Spanian. Tai Chi from physical education or physical therapy and yoga, especially the breathing, technique of breathing. This is special things to improve health during everyone, especially for elderly. The major tests during this case was with echographic and ECG treadmill and rehabilitation model, especially training for this case in water degree between 27 to 45 and from 20 minutes to 40 minutes. Chronic low back pain was 8 research and muscular diseases, so overweighting, 4 research, parents in elderly, 7 research, is especially for lower limb balance. This was especially for lower limb muscle strength with Berg balance, or the major test for the all patients was in time up and go test and joint kinematics. Water depth play more research speak about what is the difference between shallow water and deep water, and we can see it to the benefit for the all the variable. Sarcopenia was 2 research at this period, and the most effect for sarcopenia effects in combating muscle atrophy and increasing strength with training to 16 weeks especially, and after more questionnaire tests as RAQ questionnaire or body composition or a PST, CRT, CSRT, etc. Multiple sclerosis was one research at this period. The 8-week play in more project, a good time effect from this special training, aqua sport or the aqua training or the water exercise. Muscle and brain, this combined. Some research speak about muscles and muscle with brain or the brain function. It was major sample 90 to 140, and not make a focus for the water degree in swimming pool or in open water, and the minimum weeks, 12 weeks or 6 months. Physiology and physiology, psychological and physiology is play good rules to enhance it elderly, and more in how many research? 8, yeah. He focused about this way. It's mean better quality of life and aquatic environment, especially is important for the patient. Especially water pilates. Water pilates is the scientifics interested because water pilates sometimes between coordination, sometimes between yoga and neuro science training. We can move forward. Oh, I will go on. We continue about the quality of life. It was 6 research at this time, and wearable technology. It was 3 research speak about this from German University. Speak about the small innovation to improve fitness is the same as international database or water-proof smartphone can use to as an easy way to test the development for the patient or for the elderly. For example, in Egypt, we can use some application at the time because sometimes we want to buy or use a hose to use it underwater to can learn or know the effectiveness for the joint movement or for example, the cardiac measurements underwater. Sometimes we make a trick to know the result. Salivary metabolytics and fatigue recovery and chronic diseases so was for the previous researches such as neurologic disease and immunology, cerebral palsy, body composition, liver damage, oxidative. For example, the muscle around ankle joint increase to stabilize foot weight, accept that this is a major things from the improvement from the elderly in this case. In MCI, this is MCI, mild cognitive impairment. Most research uses swimming and water immersion or water aerobic to give things from the patient without thinking about something. I will explain in 1 minute. Duration does average 2 weeks for 2 years, two times per week, average 15 minutes. This is a comparison between human brain and animal brain, and its result is the same between the duration of exercise and the period. So, yeah, for ministerial and elderly, the most results said that a woman reported that cold water swimming reduced their ministerial symptoms. For example, mood swing 37%, low mood 31%, hot flushes 30%, reduced symptoms 56% for the period, and 63 perimenopause symptoms. This is the first time to know this exercise for special case by woman. Respiratory years is speak about the diseases, not for development lungs for the patients or for elderly. It was 7 research, and sugar levels it was 11 research. Also 8 weeks of endurance running and water training significantly reduce serum fasting and insulin resistant compared to resistant training. This duration from 8 weeks, 2.5 hours per week, and it's no time to or no minutes to use it or recommended to use it. The measure tested from sugar levels was high intensity training, or the index, or the anxiety and depression scores. Okay, this is a fall prevention for sex, sleep quality, physical exercises, lower muscle activation. What is the fixed point here? Okay, now I want to introduce something maybe new in Egypt or in Arab region, because we have three types of water: the Mediterranean Sea and Red Sea and River Nile, and some lakes in the small village or for south or for north for Egypt. And sometimes we have a normal water to exercise, the same as swimming or aqua training, and the Red Sea, especially Red Sea, we have underwater activities, and we have Egyptian Federation want to improve the activities underwater to all. Okay. During this presentation, may I introduce some photos from Egypt to you? The pyramids and the Sphinx. This was in Cairo. This is one piece from Sharm el-Sheikh in Sinai. This is our underwater environment. This is Alexandria, and this is small old city in Cairo, historical from more than 2,000 years. You welcome one time in Egypt to visit our land. Okay. Okay. Let me please give a small introduction about anti-gravity. Anti-gravity sport, not for all sport, especially for water. We take this idea from another sports and we can make adaptation in water. For example, we have anti-gravity sport, same fly anti-gravity yoga, or anti-gravity Pilates, anti-gravity fitness, anti-gravity or inversion boots, or the kangaroo, a theater, anti-gravity treadmill, or zero gravity in Italy and Roma, or in India, Delhi anti-gravity room. I was using in New Delhi, this is a museum, anti-gravity yoga resistant, or anti-gravity trampoline with air. And this is anti-gravity shoes by Kako, this inventor. What's the rule from anti-gravity in space? This presentation from Dr. Hoffman, that's my supervisor in Cologne. He indicted what happens in circummitral cardio system during small peak in the brain during 0G. To make a comparison between underwater and space. Okay. In Germany was in Dresden, 0G gravity, that's from Europea, ESA. Europea, yeah, its name is ESA, European anti-gravity or zero. Yeah, it's a laser, yeah. Okay. Like anti-gravity. Simulating space in past tube is the same anti-gravity for the patients, and feeling weakness in emergent therapy. This is a new method to make anti-gravity underwater with scuba equipment. You can breathe and you can have a weight from arm or legs to can move underwater, for my idea, not more than 5 meters, begin from 3 meters with mask, not with Google swimming, because that's pressure from the eye. You can, after the minimum training, after 40 minutes, from 35 minutes to 40 minutes, I think you can get more benefits after this period underwater. You can go to make aqua sport, movement, small competitions. Okay. I think we can train elderly with anti-gravity sport in water with assistant methods too, because we have somebody have a phobia from water. They have poor physical fitness. They don't like to swimming in deep water because maybe drowned in deep water. Don't have motivation to like to training in water. I give some example, for some sports, we can make a combine between water exercise in anti-gravity area and the player or the trainer. Swimmer or runner or gymnastic sport may be contact with underwater activity or free diving. We can use another activities underwater as the same as aquathlon, this is wrestling underwater, underwater hockey, rugby oder Orientierung, that's integrated between training with mask snorkel fins, that's named APC. Everybody or every elderly can training in deep water in a safety area. How can I breathe or control with my lung? Breathe, and then after this control can affect of my body. This was static apnea. It's the one technique breathing to can. This is the normal breathing has normal. It's named normal breathing, or HVP. That's hyperventilation. Is the same in mammals in water, or dynamic apnea, or another thing that's glossopharyngeal breathing. You can breathe air in your lung. Okay. Dynamic apnea, or static apnea, or the glossopharyngeal breathing, or the hyperventilation breathing, we make a simulation from the mammals underwater to say we born underwater, or we have a new environment training underwater to enhance our body characteristics or physiological variables. See here, reduced heart rate. This is a normal physiological effect from the mammals in water, and there's some scientific take the innovation from the mammals and see all the breathing technique from the mammals and see to develop our muscles between the ribs in intercostal muscles between ribs in the chest. It's the same. This is technique from the wall. How can you exhale the wall after you will be in the surface or go in the surface? And how to dive, how to go underwater, how to swim with a fins for the leg from the back, or how to reduce your heart rate during. Immerse your head just in water. Just in water, you can reduce your heart rate. Just you put your face in water. This is a training method. How long the fins play a big role to make a resistance for the elderly people. Okay. Now we have this way to train in safety. We have old snorkel with mask, dive mask, and this want to be concentrated during breathing, or when you diving or you descent, you must be concentrated. Now is a new innovation, this full face mask, make safety more than the old way. We can training in water environment when using scuba equipment. Scuba, this definition of the self-contained underwater breathing apparatus with air, and sometimes we can use nitrous. That's more than nitrogen from more than oxygen, more than nitrogen, because you don't have underwater underwater ends. Okay. You can see the small workout underwater. Elderly can go underwater and the training in this area. I can give you the answer yes. 40 minutes underwater. Can elderly train underwater to 40 minutes without, he don't need to go up or ascend to take a breath. I think this is a good environment around, is around her body underwater. Okay? In Egypt, for example, or in Portugal, or in everywhere, have open water area. I think in open water area, especially open water, sea or river, a good environment site to elderly, but especially take care from the drowning case. In this case, you can take the life jacket or PCD or inflatable toys to control the body for the patient. I think this is must be more fun. The elderly have more fun. They can move on the surface or a little bit underwater with assistant, with movement, with the fins, with resistant resistant from the kicking during on the water out on the surface or underwater, with variant small fins or long fins. But when the elderly want to take a round underwater, you don't forget, please, the halting table to the play from nitrogen in your body and saturation from the nitrogen. Here state procedures for 10 meter diving to 42 minutes for a normal air, not from nitrous air or for mixed air from heliox or nitrogen with oxygen. The elderly must be trained in shallow water during diving exercise, because shallow water you can move more time with more than saturation from nitrogen in body. If you take the elderly underwater to dive, for example, in 40 meters or 24 meters, you can stay 6 minutes. What can do 6 minutes from the training? You must have continuously training, or I think we can go 10 minutes, you can stay 290 minutes underwater. Okay? And this table from recovery between two training times, and you can use, for example, dive computer to control our group. Okay. Awakeness and emergent angle for whom? We can use it from red rest or aging, player, handicapped, or space simulation, or in rehabilitation. Okay. This is a time, a small table or small curriculum for the new trainer or assistant in everywhere, in a small group in university or in, for example, a small project in water exercise. The best thing that you know that the number one, you can think in your head the drowning cases. Drowning come in 1 second. Drowning, that's not, you can, most instructor or a peak instructor, a high level trainer can drown in 1 second. The drowning is the number one for physiological tests, for warming up. Water safety programs, training with mask snorkel fins for elderly, and swimming not from technique, just for move in the, on the surface. You can use more types of training exercise and some moderate intensity swimming exercise, and using policy achievement support as a weightlessness. This is training intensity from, this is measure things that's from 30 minutes per day for 5 days or 8 weeks. Or 60, that's all, I think from 30 to 60 minutes is the average from the training period for the elderly. apnea and recreational games and water dancing and the coordinated exercise play a good role in aquatic training. Some things I think is new and make a funny from some elderly. He can have chance to be a mermaid underwater, and I am more than 80 years. I can hear music underwater, and I can trade suit from mermaid, and I play in aquarium in malls or in special swimming pool. I can control with my cognitive with music. I think this mermaid, when we use mermaid technique with music or with tempo music or with some, for example, from swatch air to make a tempo from the kicking or from the breathing, I will make a control between thinking and practice and challenge from the deep water, challenge from the shallow water, take a breath, come descending normal with the group, this special mermaid with group. Okay. Another something, what is the muscle? We can use muscle on the surface and underwater. Compass from the water exercise, I think this important because when I walking underwater, I want to know in which direction I will go, right, left. When I have a small slates underwater, I can make small numbers. I make a mix. I want to go out or ascend from this situation. During these competitions, normal competition, without time limit or record, I can enjoy with thinking underwater, under pressure, with ABC, with apnea technique, with group, and thinking about where after, for example, 50 meters, I will be ascent. And I can make small maze underwater or on the surface. Okay? I can use it with a compass, the normal compass, or with digital compass. When I have digital compass, no problem. With smart on the surface, when I have a phobia to go underwater. This is a small leopards underwater with compass, with elderly. Okay, for handicapped elderly, we have two problems. This is gravity, and I put the handicapped in the area with anti-gravity. I think it's better than the land or the floor. When I have this chance, may I use scooter? Scooter give me motivation to swim or to cover more meters, more than 1 kilometers in 10 minutes. When I have a course on the water, I can see and make a drift diving to see all things underwater in 1 minute without fatigue, without dangerous situation in open water. It was underwater scooter, but this must be expensive. Okay, and I don't like underwater. I have a good two things in my life that I always study in German. This I like German language and I like German people. I was in German Sport University in Cologne. This is the first time learned the multidisciplinary research between underwater activities and swimming and not scuba but apnea, free diving for water sport. I said no for all people. That was from 2006, and now we make in Egypt multidisciplinary research in some innovation sport with medicine faculty or engineering faculty. Okay. Second, this was first experimental from the lung and heart for the people, elderly, all the things. That's ECG, normal ECG. And the second things for me, from 2013 to 2022, I have a chance to study with Dr. Anita Buckelman, and I traveled to Magdeburg University more than times. I learned more things in Faculty für Human Wissenschaft in Magdeburg under supervision from Professor Anita Buckelman. Last time I was in 2022, I learned the first time for me this 8 years. I was there 6 months, and I participated in the project with German scientific, and I interested with the polar system. This is, for me is good things, and now I want to make small innovation to try to make a polar system underwater with the normal. Okay, this in Ulm University, yeah, Mainz University. This innovation to stroke test underwater. Okay, this is the last research I make it. Intervention underwater workout, and we make 3 times apnea for people, and we give, I would know the different characteristics in cardio and lung exercises, especially in the heart rate before and during and after. We would like that underwater exercise is the same as mammals exercise to enhance muscles between ribs and heart rate for the elderly. It was advanced and disadvantaged things from this training. Advanced things, this is benefit for parents of the Parkinson's disease after stroke or disability, amputations. This disadvantage for my research collected us incontinence, aquaphobia, shows more than 30 variables for aquaphobia, open wounds, and congestive heart failure. These are more benefits for psychological or physical or physiological to underwater exercise during quality of life, for quality of life or dementia or paraplegia. And as a last, I want to thank you for my small presentation, and I would next time speak more than English, better than my English. I like German language. I make concentrate to translate Arabic, German, English. But I'm very happy to introduce my presentation in this kind of group. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the presentation, and the floor is open for discussion. Please ask your question. I think there are a lot of questions. Yeah?
Thank you. It was a nice presentation. It's working. So, I just want to ask, if someone wants to train in water, is there a difference fresh water or salt water?
Yeah.
Yeah, and as well as cold water, temperature of the water. What is the difference?
Yeah, you know, the density between the seawater and river water or swimming pool water, but when we train in deep water, in seawater, we can use, we can swim with suit, or we can take a benefits from the sun and the salts in the water. When we speak about benefit from the body, overall, I'm training underwater for my thinking or for my idea, sometimes better than training on the surface. That's come to fun. That's yeah, it depends. We can training in the surface and better when I have weight or suit. But sometimes, some disadvantage, somebody don't like to open the eyes in the salt water. And some guys want to do training in the natural area, not in chlor or in closed swimming pool with maybe more people. But I don't think this is deep water or the resistant.
Well, so my question is like, with the deep sea diving or with the underwater training, nitrogen narcosis has always remained like one of the problem. So do you face any such problems while, and especially because it's very dangerous for the young people, so what about the elderly?
Good questions. During narcosis, I have a small experience. After I traveled from Cairo to Dahab, it's more than 9,000 kilometers, and I don't sleep good. Natural narcosis in the case up 30 meters. 30 meters you can schwindel. You can see all things not clear, numbness, and I have natural narcosis at 18 meters. 18 meters, because I don't sleep well. I am tired, make travel to more than 2,000 kilo in 3 days, and they have nitrogen narcosis. Sometimes play that obesity and fitness from the nitrogen narcosis. When I have high performance trainer, high performance player come to dive to me, I cannot go too deep because the saturation or in lungs and in tissues is work 100%. When I take one breath, that's not more. But the nitrogen narcosis becomes 30 meters. But when I have illness, I have little from 18 meters.
So you're not taking the elderly to that depth?
Yeah, that's another thing. That's a good question. We can when I drink alcohol, scotch, I can the effect from the drinking go out after 1 month. During scuba, when I'm diving with you and you have overcome nitrogen narcosis, when we ascending more, just 1 meters to this, you can, okay, you will be better.
Thank you.
Next question.
Thank you so much for your presentation. It seems really interesting because it's other side of training the full people. I think, but it's really difficult for the general elderly people to train in water. And what about the elderly people who is having chronic conditions like neurological disorders? Have you ever experienced working with them in water, like dementia, Parkinson's?
Yeah, it's a good things. I don't have experience, but I have a small idea. Must the chronic diseases have warm suits to training and during 30 meters, 30 minutes underwater. Resist that moderate, not extreme. And between training, day after day, to chronic disease. And in between we can make a test to develop and measure the fatigue or the bad things maybe occur. This is right? Can I give a good question?
You explained like how much you can do. Thank you, no problem.
I was just kind of curious. I'm not as familiar. I know this is gaining popularity, this apneic activity. the training, like chronic training.
Apnea training. The training from apnea. Okay. We everybody can train for apnea because these are normal things, normal training with apnea because we can begin with 30 minutes apnea for.
It's better. Is there robot?
Yes, so I'm kind of interested though in the environment that you have them in, like the skeletal muscle adaptations.
For me as a swimmer or a diver, apnea it's a benefit to my muscles between the ribs. When I can breathe hold, I can in situation underwater can make a bailout exercise for me. I can go ascend in a safety. When I schluck, make some water come in my lungs, I can with apnea give me self-rescue. This is one way for apnea. The second way for apnea in situation, not fast in rescue situation, I can help another people. When the scientific from 2005, the first apnea research in the world from 2002, more scientific to 2012, interested with apnea to enhance the muscles between rhythm and heart rate, to reduce heart rate in intensity. When I have not more heart rate during exercise, I will be in a good rate in training person quality. Another thing is for the self-rescue in water sports for self. We take this protocol to give breathing technique for all people to enhance the brain and enhance the lung. When I can breathe, I can give O2 from my heart, of my blood, and my brain. When I go with more time, the more scientific dislike apnea, because apnea makes shallow water blackout. When you like apnea, you will go when somebody like apnea, he will go to in the dark. But in between, not more than 3 times during apnea, not more than 3 times. So the good things from the apnea that stimulates the CO2 in the brain. More CO2 in the brain, I want to breathe.
Okay, thank you. Some more questions? For Abdelkarim? No? Then I have one. You told us about Pilates underwater, and my question is, how deep should be the water for Pilates underwater?
Okay. Actually, I don't know, but I give you my experience. Pilates is the same yoga with
No,
coordinated
Pilates is different from yoga.
coordinated exercise.
Yeah, some
With,
special exercise.
okay. Okay. When I have from the knee, water from the knee is better from the adults, especially in Pilates, from the knee. Over the knee, I can not movement well, because I want to support me with a bar or weight to can stable in water. But the best for me, not more than the knee level, to make some.
Maybe 50 centimeter.
Yeah, to give some pressure from the blood and arterial in the lower foot or the lower limb. Above that, I cannot move correctly, not affected from it. This is my idea.
Good. Other questions? But Pilates is the majority on the floor. And with the aim to strengthen very small muscle groups along the spine. So therefore I ask you.
May I
answer for that?
I don't know, but I have no experiences, but I thought you have one, then you documented Pilates underwater. If there are no more questions, I have one wish. I know your university very well. You have a medical faculty, you have an engineering faculty, you have a big sports science faculty, the dean is with you. And my wish is that you come the next time with your own experiment results. That you do one experiment, not only literature review. You can do your own experiment in your university. You have a big swimming pool, you have smaller swimming pools. And all what you mentioned today, you should try with your children, with your youngsters, with your adults, and with your seniors. It would be a great thing, and I would be very happy to listen next time in the next conference, the first results from your own experiments. So then we come to an end, or we have another presenter? I'm not sure, but you take over.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Thank you very much for your suggestion. And now I invite you for the last coffee break. 10 minutes for coffee break, and we come back for a practical workshop and the end of the conference. Thank you very much.
Já fizemos esta última, esta parecido.